Hey everyone, welcome to 800K a month from Google Ads only case study. Um, Before anything, I am Boni Garia from More Than Scaling, and I hope everyone had an amazing Black Friday, Cyber Monday weekend. And now here we are going to discuss a brand where we took them from zero to 823K a month USD, by the way. So what were the struggles, problems, the things that we had to fix to get to this stage? So we are gonna discuss everything in full detail. So make sure you have your pen and paper with you, and let's get started. So the first thing is a starting point. So we started working with this brand around mid of May this year, which is 2025. And you can see in the screenshot that we spent roughly 2K and with zero point 0.5 ROAS. We were technically negative. And here you can see that we were competing with Walmart and their pricing point was like 5 times lower than us. So this is one of the difference when it comes to Google Ads and Facebook ads. Like on Facebook ads, when you run an ad, no one can really see how much uh, is the price for the same product from your competitor on the same screen, because when they see your ad on Facebook as an example, they only see your ad. But on Google, when someone searches for a product, they don't only see your listing, but they also see the shopping listings, all the search ads of your competitor, all the other companies selling the same or similar product. So this was also one of the main problems. And here in the May, like you can see, we did pretty decent. We started mid of May and it wasn't really good, but again, it was foundational month, and the same thing the next month. So now I'm going to tell you that what did we do to completely turn this around from negative to 820K a month. So the first thing we did in June was to launch some campaigns to understand the buying patterns, the customer behavior. Because sometimes, as an example, let's say we are selling smartwatch. Maybe the brand owners think that the best angle is a smartwatch to track, let's say, steps. But what if buyers are willing to buy the smartwatch to track sleep? So now there are different angle, even though this is the same product. So in order to find out that what would be the winning keywords, winning angles, or what exactly are the buyers looking for when it comes to this one specific product. So in order to do that, we did something very foundational. We launched a performance max full build, non brand search, and a dynamic search ads campaign. The only purpose here to launch these three campaigns was to understand the top of the funnel. How can we sell this product to the new customers? I'm not here talking about brand search. I'm talking about what would be the keywords and the angles, all the competitors, like what are they doing to make this product work on Google. So in order to understand that, we launched these three campaigns. Again, we don't want to go and launch like 20 campaigns, knowing that we are losing money, and we don't want to launch like one campaign because that means we will need to wait next 4 business months to get enough data before we actually go and scale. And when we onboarded this client in, let's say, mid-May or end of May, we had this vision in the mind that hey, we want to scale this brand on Google during peak Q4, which is like roughly, let's say, November, December. And in order to do that, we also have a limited timeline to gather the data. So here we launched like three campaigns. Again, the sweet spot: one campaign is too little and 20 campaigns might be too much. And as a result, now we have a lift in the numbers. We spent 8K to bring back roughly 14K back with, let's say, 1.6 ROAS. Not bad. I wouldn't say not good. Again, it's like okayish good, okayish bad. It's like whatever. But there is a progress, which is the main thing here. Like we want to see progress that we are ready to scale during Q4. So now we have decent enough understanding that hey, what are the angles, keywords, and stuff, what works and what not. So after June, once we had enough of understanding, we launched two more campaigns: a standard shopping and feed only campaign, because now we have somewhat understanding about what keywords and angles work, so we can use this information to like optimize shopping listing. For most of the brands, when it comes to D2C brands, for most of them, in initial phases, at least, the most revenue would come from shopping. Later down the road, you can go super aggressive on demand gen and YouTube to like change this. But initially, for a couple of months, for most D2C brands, shopping would be the biggest like revenue generating placement. So in order to scale more, now we are using some different tools. We are using Google Transparency Center, SpyFu, VPNs. You can use similar web. Like there are a bunch of other tools, whatever works for you, whatever floats your boat. But basically, these tools, we use these things to understand different things. First, buying behavior, winning keywords, winning angles, and what are the competitors doing. Again, what angles they are using, what kind of images they are using, what kind of keywords they are using, what is their pricing point, what is their offer, everything. So now using all this information, we started pushing shopping a bit more, and we launched 16 variant of the same product. But all this variant had different angles and keywords. So this was one product store. So we don't really have like 1,000 products to work with. I mean, we do have some clients where we have like 400,000 SKUs. But here it was just one product, and then we have one product. We technically have only one listing on shopping. But here's the thing: if we want to scale this, let's say quicker, that means we need to have more of the things driving in traffic. So that's what we did. Once we had decent enough understanding, we duplicated product multiple times, and now the same product had 16 different listings, and all these listings would target one unique angle, focusing on one unique keyword based on the data that we have collected so far. And here's a screenshot how this would look like in your GMC. And here's a screenshot of how this would look once we like got this live. So whenever someone would search for a product, instead of appearing for one time, you can see in the screenshot, we would be there on the page, on the first page, 4 times. So that means we get 4 times more clicks and the 4 times higher probability of someone clicking on our listing. So this basically gets us more visibility and enables us, like would enable us to scale more. Here is how now we have some momentum, because instead of one listing, now we have 16. So we have relatively high amount of momentum coming. So because of this, we also saw a jump in the brand search campaign. Again, this jump also is connected to somewhat Facebook ads as well. But at the same time, now we are pushing 16 times more on the Google Ads side instead of just one listing. Now we have 16 more listings. So that means we are spending 16 times more. That means we have more volume and momentum for people searching for a brand name. And that gave us a lift for a brand search campaign. Now, now the next thing is how we see information, how you read information, and how you use that information to your advantage. So here in the screenshot, you can see that most of our conversions would come from some specific audience segments. You can see this in inside page on Google Ads for your campaigns and stuff. And again, it takes some creativity and some experience to understand how to read data and then how to use data, totally separate things. And at what capacity you can read data and at what capacity you can use data. So here we found that there were some audience segments driving in very high number of conversions. So that means basically Google told us that exactly what audience segments are making us money. So given that we have this information, the next thing we did is we used this information and we launched PMax. So here we launched PMax with all these audience segments, and now we are bidding 20 to 30% more on these audiences, given that they are proven to bring us conversions, which is why we are comfortable spending 20 to 30% more for like bids. And it also improved our CTRs and conversion rates, because now we are spending most of our money like to people, to the buyers, to the audiences who are more likely to buy. So now we have higher conversion rate, higher CTR, overall higher revenue, and overall higher profits. And month wise, you can see in this screenshot that the revenue kind of spiked after October. And also you can see again there is always a spike month after month because we are always learning, and whatever information we find we basically use it to optimize the other campaigns or new campaigns and basically the strategy of the account as a whole. So at the end, let's say last month, which is November, I'm recording this video on December 10th. So in November, we did 823K with 3.74 ROAS, which is a very strong ROAS given that their break even stands around 1.4 ish somewhere. And also, when you scale more, your ROAS, break even ROAS kind of comes down because you have more upsells and downsells and returning customers. Again, some brands have subscriptions and MRR and things. So it kind of over the time, the more you scale, first in the foundational phase, we launch some campaigns to understand the product and buying behavior and buying patterns. Then we use that information to launch shopping campaigns, and then we made 16 different variants of the same winning product to gain momentum quicker. Then we kind of then we found out more about the buying patterns and audience segments, and then we used those audiences which were bringing us the most results in different performance mix, and then we started bidding more for these audiences, these people, given that they already proven to be working. So given that we are spending most of our budget now to the buyers who are more likely to buy, now our CTRs are better, our conversion rate is better, overall revenue is better, and the profit is better. So that's basically the summary of how we scale this brand from technically zero or even negative, given that the first month was negative, to 800K a month. So I really hope you found this case study useful. If you have any questions, please let us know and reach out to our team. And if you would like our team to make an audit for you for completely free, please, you will find a Calendly link somewhere around, like somewhere near the above or below the call, like a video. So you can book a call with our team and we would be happy to make an audit for you. And also, if you have any questions, please let us know in the comment section. And yeah, that basically sums up this call. Sorry, this video. So I hope everyone found some sort of value, and see you in the next one.